Welcome back. I have some like flowers and things here from my friend's wedding shower that I just want to put in some water and trim a bit and make my space a little bit nice. So I'm going to clean my desk and do that, and then we're going to get to painting. We are going to be doing some serious art this week because I have been procrastinating. I did a bit of writing and planning this morning, and writing always helps me solidify my thoughts. So I'm hoping that I can just start today. I still do have some things I need to figure out, but I think that I could figure it out as I go along with the painting. Okay, so I'm gonna pack up for the day. I didn't get as far as I wanted to in my painting. I had to just pivot my original idea. Like, I basically took out the shoulders in my painting because my canvas is too small to do what I'm trying to do in the way I want to do it. So I just took out the shoulders to kind of avoid the figure looking super awkward and like out of proportion. I don't know if I made the right choice, but sometimes you just gotta roll with it. As I was painting, I was just kind of thinking about making a commitment to not abandon my dreams to be an artist. Things have been really hard lately, and I feel so weird talking about this on the internet because people are not always kind on the internet. Crazy, I know. I feel like I just feel insecure about my art belonging anywhere or it just being good enough in general. I've been wanting to make prints of my art for so long, and I've been putting it off because I'm afraid I'm going to make prints and no one's gonna buy anything that I make. Which again, it's just going back to the thoughts like my art is not good enough. I understand that starting a business is about taking risks and stuff like that, but I've already kind of like launched my stickers and magnets. They're mostly still sitting on my shelf. And I don't know, I feel like super insecure of like making more things that are just gonna sit on my shelf. Anyway, I think one day I still will do a print. I'm going to just point out paintings in my apartment that I'm thinking of doing a print of. If you guys have wanted a particular painting to be a print, let me know because I'm just out here in the void. But yeah, I don't want to abandon my dreams just because I'm scared or because things are hard. I want to keep trying, and I hope you all will still be here to watch me keep trying. It's the next day. I look exhausted because I am. I just didn't sleep well last night. I'm meeting up with my friend Michelle, who is pictured in the painting that you probably just saw. She is getting married in a few days, which is kind of crazy to think about, but we're just going to meet up and grab a matcha today, and I'm excited about that. I'm feeling really casual and like chill today. I just want to wear this sweater. I probably am going to wear this sweater because I love this sweater, and it's freezing outside, so I need to like dress warm. Anyway, let's go get ready.
like two little talking dogs. Truly is a miracle. I'm not involved in some problems. I should have been another result, but now I'm resolved to use it all as my super.
It's good matcha. I've already drank like 90% of it before I sat down. If you hear a lot of noise right now, I'm so sorry about that. It's just there's construction outside and I can't control it. I finally finished Simone de Beauvoir's autobiography, The Prime of Life, and I wasn't super into it, honestly. I probably wouldn't really recommend it, but there was one part of the book that I kind of thought was interesting, which I want to talk about. So she was friends with Picasso, and if anyone knows me personally, they know I do not like Picasso. He just seemed like not a good guy, understatement of the year. But she talked a bit about his process and what she noticed about his process through like getting to know him, and I just wanted to read what she wrote. She said, "From various exhibitions, I had learned the way in which he developed a theme from one painting to the next. He would concentrate on one subject at a time, the sanctuary at Notre Dame, a candlestick, a bunch of cherries, and as one followed the sequence of his various interpretations, it was easy enough to grasp his creative quirks and caprices, where he had forged ahead and where he had temporarily halted." I think it's interesting that he focused on physical subjects instead of concepts. I've definitely painted that way, where I focused on painting my sister over and over again, or painting myself over and over again. But the part that I'm most interested in while I'm painting is trying to translate an internal world, like what's going on inside that person. I've also noticed that focusing on one subject at a time is something that a lot of artists, young artists in particular, I think struggle with. Sometimes you'll see them do a portrait, and then they'll do a landscape, and then they'll do abstract painting. And then when you look at all this work together, it's really difficult to find a common thread amongst this person's work. And I don't want this to come across as like, don't explore different things. I think everyone needs to go through periods where they're trying to like find the next thing, or especially if you are young, I recommend painting a bunch of different things until you kind of find something you're really interested in. I'm just more so pointing out that like if there comes a time where you do want your work to kind of work together cohesively, it's good to focus on one subject for an extended period of time. And I also think that's what galleries and things like that are looking for. They don't really want someone that's all over the map. And maybe to some people that sounds a little bit boring to just focus on one thing, but the more you spend time looking at something and trying to understand it, and then involving other things in your work like texts and articles, the deeper you're able to go with it and explore that topic. It helps you create and infuse way more meaning into your work. Anyway, I was just thinking about that and I want to talk about it. But I need to do some painting, so I'm gonna do that. So I just wanted to talk about something that happened this morning. I sat down to do this whole introduction about how I'm a perfectionist and a sketchbook isn't a place where you're meant to have every page look amazing, but for some reason that's what I always aim for. Then I proceeded to make one of the worst drawings of my life, tried to fix it with gouache, and did not succeed. I hated it so much that I was literally going to scrap all my footage for the day and rip the page out of my sketchbook. I think I really just feel this pressure when it comes to my sketchbook that I really want every page to feel like something I'm proud of and every page to feel like a fully finished composition, but that's just not realistic for me, and I don't know how many people that is realistic for. I also wanted to have my sketchbook done by the end of March, and I feel disappointed that I may not reach that goal now, which has also caused me a lot of procrastination when it comes to working in my sketchbook now. Anyway, instead of ripping this page out of my book, I'm going to leave it there and just allow it to be ugly. I think it's unhealthy for me to continue to hold myself to this standard, so I just need to leave it alone, and now you all get to see this page that I hate. I think it's also important to remember that even really good artists make bad work, and I'm not even saying I'm a really good artist. I'm just saying that your favorite artists probably do have bad drawings days too, but they just don't show that online. We're all human, and human beings don't always do things perfectly. I feel like I just need to remind myself that it's okay to not do things perfectly, and this page will be a reminder of that for me, so I'm gonna leave it in there. Anyway, I'll see you all later. So I am just getting ready to go out to my alumni show right now. I usually feel nervous about going to like my own art things, but this is like gonna be like a very chill thing, so I don't feel nervous at all. Although I am kind of running late, so I need to like get out the door. So yeah, let's go do that.
I can't breathe when you're not there. You're not there. You're not there. I can't sleep. It's a nightmare. A nightmare. A nightmare. I can't breathe when you're not there. You're not there. You're not there. Oh, my head goes numb and my heart beats fast when it feels like that. Panic attack. Pull me in, pull me in. You can take my hand. Oh, feel it, yes, so I know that you understand. Oh, 'cause you're 5'3" and you're 300 pounds. Making my tax pay for your fudge round.
So it's the day after the exhibition. I look tired because I just woke up. But I just wanted to talk a bit about last night. I had a great time. It was nice catching up with my teachers and talking to some of the students. As I was looking at my own piece alongside everyone else's, I was literally like noticing all these little things about my painting that I was like, oh, I can touch this up and change that. And I just found myself going back into that perfectionist mindset that I was talking about earlier, and I really don't like that, because I feel like now that I'm starting to pay attention to it, I'm noticing it more and more, and I don't know, it's annoying me, I guess. I'm getting the painting back on Tuesday, so we'll see how I feel about it when I see it again. One of the cool things about last night was that we got to look into the classrooms and go around and visit the current artists' studio spaces, which I kind of like doing. I just like to see what they're working on and then like think back to like the things I was doing when I went to school there. I also don't know if I've ever mentioned this, but I have a printed mural up at that school of a few of my pieces. And I just went back to like go see it. I was just thinking like it feels so sad to me that the campus is closing. Come April, there's not going to be any classes happening anymore. And I don't know, it just made me so sad. I just feel like I've learned so much there. I had great teachers. I felt like I just gained a lot of life experience too. And it's just sad to me that the campus is closing. There's obviously going to be other campuses from that college that will still be open, but that campus in particular I loved it. I thought it was great, and it was a great time in my life too. And then yeah, knowing that my mural's not going to be there anymore either is just weird to think about, I guess. It's also though made me really conscious that things change though. Things are always going to be changing, and that's just something that you have to get used to in life. But I think that's why it's really important to stay present in the moment that you're currently in and make sure that you're enjoying your life. So I'm going to just kind of keep this, I guess, in my mind when I'm moving forward. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's going to be the end of this video. If you liked this video, give it a like. If you want to subscribe, then subscribe. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.
Pull me out from this cave.